Hello, have you ever been struck down by any form of illnesses? That's right. When you say the word struck down, it's not just a common cold or a fever or a cough, something which you take some medicine for a day and the most 1 to 2 days, that's it, and then you're well. But when you're really struck down by illness, that's really the worst. It normally when it happens to you, you cannot think straight or you are unable to move, and for that reason it stretches to about 3-4 days, sometimes even a week. That's why it's called struck down. And normally, like I said earlier on, something happens that you can't able to think, can't able to move, and you just can't wait for it to be over because you feel really bad being in just that position the whole time. In the gospel today reading, Saul was also struck down. So when I say struck down again, like earlier on, I would say you may think that okay, when we talk about struck down, is something really bad happened. Okay, and in the case of Saul, he should have been struck down by justice, the Lord's justice, or struck down by the Lord's anger, okay, or struck down by a punishment from the Lord. But the Lord struck down Saul in a different way. He struck him down by his unending love. His love was so powerful that it came out in a different way. How? Normally when you are struck down, of course, God would say, Saul, you persecuted me, and this is what I'm going to do to you. This is for all you have done, the bad things. But rather than that, it was like a plea of love coming from God to a person named Saul. And he's asking you, Saul, why are you persecuting me? Can you imagine God asking him in such a way? Rather than dishing out punishment, he's asking him with so much of love, why are you doing this to me? And Saul replied, who are you, sir? And God said, I am Jesus, the person you're persecuting. Can you imagine being struck down by love? Wow. In our life, many of us have gone through a lot of things, sicknesses and illnesses, and some of us also have, been struck down, where we also have been immobilized, or we can't think straight, so we just decide to just stay at home for a few days, really struck down. So the question I'd like to ask you today is this: have you been struck down by God? Yes. Have you been struck down by God's love? If not, God is waiting for you. God is waiting to strike you down with His love till you are smitten completely with the love of God. He's just waiting for you. In your prayer today, in your prayer hour today, try again. Sit down, sit before the Lord, and then ask the Lord to strike you down with His love. Okay? Tell Him you want His love, overpowering love. Alright? Unconditional love. Ask the Lord for it. Okay? And ask the Holy Spirit to intercede for you. Ask your loving mother, Blessed Virgin Mary, ask her to intercede also for you on your behalf. And ask her for that love, that God, you want to be struck down by God's love. So much so, what would be the difference? That if you are struck down by God's love, if you are struck down with love, if you are smitten with love, you just can't keep quiet. You need to tell somebody about it, at least one person whom you can trust. You will definitely want to share with that person how wonderful that love is, whether it's from a he or she. Well, same thing like this. You will want to share God's love with someone else. And that will be the difference. Being struck down by God's love. You just can't keep quiet. So I pray for you today. I pray that you will be struck down by the Lord, that you will receive His love so immensely, so overflowing, that you can't keep quiet and you want to share it with others. I pray that this happened for you today, and according to today's reading from the Acts of the Apostles. May God bless you, and as it is still a season of Easter, happy Easter still. Okay? And good luck. Sorry. God bless. Take care. Bye.